Okay. What? Okay, I was about to say, it better register that. I'm gonna be very sad if it doesn't. Trying a new thing out tonight. Just sort of a warm-up. Just kind of for fun at the start here. I saw this game a while back. It happened to be on sale like yesterday or today, like $1.50. So I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. I'm kind of looking to piecemeal things together for the moment because I don't have a lot of the longer form adventure games left that I want to play. At least not at the moment. There's still a few that I could try out, but you wait for things to come on sale or whatever because I can't afford anything at the moment. Anyway, this is Cards of Cthulhu. If I'm slightly distracted, it's because I'm watching the Dodgers kick butt right now. Usually out, but usually once I start playing a game, I kind of lose focus on that other screen and I kind of get screen fixation on whatever I'm looking at. So this is how the game starts out. Go ahead and quit it and start it back up. Just from scratch so we can see the opening screen. Yeah. Give me those two options. And the monster's different too. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't even show those first parts. It just goes to this part. So that first part doesn't even count. So it was waste. Oh well. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and up the volume just a tiny bit. We'll see. I have no idea because I haven't even tried it yet. Alright, I'm going to take... Deal 4 damage. If your health is 7 or below, deal plus 2 damage. Freeze enemy for 3 seconds. If your health is 7 or below, deal plus 2 damage. But it doesn't say any amount of damage on that. I think I'll take the Retaliate. Oh, I could have taken... I see. Tick-tock. Plant a bomb that will deal 6 damage after 3 seconds. Sacrificial. Deal 2 damage to self and 7 damage to opponent. I think I'll take that. Click the card to start casting your true power. Boom, ultra kill. Ooh, I got a new card. Okay, stun. Opponent is casting a card, destroy that card. Deal 5 damage over 3 seconds. Get a stun here. Learn the strategy of each enemy. Alright, we gotta open with that. Oh, he broke it. He wrecked me. Ultra kill. Balance the power and speed of your cards. Pretty good start, I guess. Deal 5 damage. If the opponent dies, return this card to your hand. Deal 5 damage. If the opponent dies, restore 3 health. Take the health. Every second you deal 1 damage to the opponent. Ooh. Showdown. New card has appeared on the world. Preparation. Add an 8 damage card to your hand. Click to continue. preparation, and we'll take burn this time. Stun. I don't know exactly what stun does, but I think we gotta start with they have some pretty hefty damage on that.
Yeah.
You're allowed to put footage of our game on YouTube or any other website. So try bleach. Venom, deal 4 damage over 3 seconds if the enemy's health is 10 or above. Oh, that's a good starter then. Didn't give it to me though. Neither of us have cards, so it's just 1 damage at a time. I got it, but... Oh, it froze me during my card, I see.
Yeah.
Mind steal. Whoa. This is bad. Come on. Nope, I died. Pretty close. Soul grows stronger. 18 starting HP. Protects you from death. TikTok, plant a bomb that will deal 6 damage after 3 seconds. Yeah. I don't like dealing damage to myself, I don't think. Create powerful combos.
Yeah.
Close. Take freeze. Uh-oh. 2 damage to himself. Should have it. Shadow Bomb.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Got lucky on that one, I feel. We like you doing so. That's what it said. Yeah, it was too early on my freeze with that. I burned this to beat him. Now I don't have any cards for this guy, so I'll probably lose. The only hope would have been if it had given me, like, a revenge. New card has appeared on the world. Shadow Bomb. Deal 6 damage if you discard a random card. You discard a random card if you have any. Take it. Just, like, not a card to use while you have other cards, right?
Yeah.
I like preparation. Close.
Yeah.
Wow, that guy did all kinds of damage. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Oh, he's out of cards, it looks like. Oh, my other card went through. Overkill, apparently. Pretty close. I guess we'll go with stun. Not bad. We'll go freeze on this. Get a little bit of CC in. Oh. cards left for this guy, but a lot of health, so. I guess he didn't have any cards left either. Maybe the... Oh, there's a card. Uh-oh. Pretty close, but I think I got the edge on this one. Oh crap! I don't know what brings up the revenge card. Come on, come on, come on! Ah, come on! Should have frozen him first. It's kind of a fun little game. It's not really much past that I can't feel, so I don't know how long this is going to keep my attention, right? Like, I'm already bored of it. It's good. Like, it's fun. That's it. Like, this is all there is to it. Destroy the weak. Try overkill. It's to be used at the end of somebody, right? Yeah, you don't auto attack while you're getting those cards out.
Yeah.
Dang it. That's pretty cool. Jeez. Phew. Reach. Yeah, I wanted to use that one. Uh-oh. Berserk. That seemed pretty crazy. Retaliate. Retaliate.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh well. Not exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
A little bit poor management on that. Damn. I think I'm gonna lose this one. I mean, I got that guy, but I don't have anything after that. Oh, frick. I lost. Big time. Oh well. What do we get? Destroy. Deal 3 damage. Deal plus 3 damage if the opponent has at least one status. Or status, depending on how you read it. Your soul grows stronger. 20 starting HP. Burn. The opponent has at least one status. And we'll go for them. Yeah, it's pretty strong combo, Venom and Burn. Use your cards efficiently. Damn it, stop using your cards so inefficient. Ugh. Both leech. I feel like boomerang actually might not be bad. Does it take my preparation away? No, okay. I have to look at leech a little bit better. If the opponent dies. Oh, okay. I think I just thought it was leech. So I think maybe boomerang is better. Although if now I know how to use it, I'd be a little bit better with it. It's basically like overkill, except for healing. That berserk is crazy, man. Oh yeah, get some more CC in there. I'd like to switch out the leech again with the boomerang, but
yeah.
Although I think boomerang is something similar. This is a tough one. Just take that card away. Uh-oh. Well, he wins. Freaking A. Whether he had a card or not. Mind still copy 2 enemies cards to your deck. Mind steal instead of prep. Oh, he's all he's got to do bench. Well, I don't really need it against these first monsters. I get this combo every time. Mouth, stomach, and was using his samurai chainsaw. The most exciting things I think I've ever seen. It's quite possible that I did. Some of the art in this game is a little bit like, whoa. What's up, Waffles? If the opponent dies. Yeah, I think I want this one. Return the card to my hand if the opponent dies. Rather than heal. The heal isn't bad, though.
Yeah.
Come on, Boomerang. Ah! Healable wound. Deal 5 damage, deal 3 additional damage over 10 seconds or until opponent heals. Interesting. It always gives you the most recent card that you've gotten as like your first chance. Well, if the opponent has at least one status. That's probably better than this, compare it with this healable wound, I imagine. Yeah, I just picked this game up today, or yesterday, I guess. It seemed fun enough. Has Cthulhu in the name. Aw, man. Here he is. How is that guy's one arm not tired holding a shotgun for so long? How is... I don't know. It's not the only thing he holds for so long. Let's just go on that direction. Am I right? What's up, Thorwhack? Where the... I don't even know. Are you... I'm glad to know that you're still alive. Been a long time. Hey, thank you. Yeah, man. Glad to know you're still alive.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There we go. We'll grab this one. Wow, it's it is like an SES in my chat. There's too many people here, actually. One of you could get out of here. Cthulhu Thursday has done. Yeah, actually, how much? I thought you were saying I thought Waffles had said he was coming back after the 20th or around the 20th. Not sure if that's still accurate. Oh. I think this guy's got me. Who modded you out? Pretty funny. I could make you with a moderator, Thorwack, but you're never here, so I don't really know if there's any point. No later than the 30th now. Is it something you don't actually know when? I guess we'll take these to start. It's not a great start. Take burn. I don't want to stay any later. I would be home on the 30th of October. Cool.
Yeah.
Can all celebrate. Well, David is doing Cthulhu Thursday. While or well? I'm guessing well. While. Well, while.
Yeah.
Close-ish. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mob is disturbing. A lot of the art in this game is pretty disturbing. It's like humorously disturbing to a point. The skeleton in his mouth has 4 funky looking nipples, and the lady with her leg up has weird vein oddly pronounced down there. I don't know. I noticed a few things. I don't pay as close attention because I gotta focus on these cards. Healable wound. Down, down, down. Yeesh. Hit that. He's actually gonna win. Crap. Oh no, he can't do more than he can't do. That's pretty good. No, phew, lucky me. Ha ha ha. Destroy. Perfect. Aw, man. Oh, okay, good. Phew. No cards left. We just have to watch this one. Very exciting, this gameplay right here. Oh, crap. I did it! I guess that was the boss. I might lose this one. I don't have any cards to fight this dude with. Oh, he beats me. Two roots from a tree for nipples. I'll look out. This guy has some weird nipples too. Maybe that's the one you were talking about. Surprise bag. 2 random cards. We'll take it. Oh, it has a really long cast time. 2 seconds. Preparation destroy. There's no music. There's music right there at that part. That's it. On the boss level. Large Vagar. I think it's the motorcycle. Plus health.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have used overkill. Wow. That's alright. Hello. Let's see. Venom. It's a good starter. But I didn't get it to start, so. Oops, should have done a second on that one. Oh. Is it just, it's sort of like ambient noise. If I look on my options, there's no music, there's just ambient volume. Heal wound. 2 seconds. I think we'll go with sacrificial. This is the only one I noticed that was pretty weird. Uh-oh. I could put music on. I have Monster Cat stuff. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it so that like you can look that. Oops, that was the wrong part. I didn't actually hit that. Oh, well. Just commenting. Plus, I think I hate Monster Cat. I don't hate Monster Cat. I just like, it's just basically not, it's like what I might call not real music. It's not like it's bad. It's just like, it's like indie music, whatever. I almost killed myself with that. Not on purpose, mind you. Should be able to win. I only would use Monster Cat because I have like the ability to use it, right? Crap. Ooh, no good. Whew. See, there's some music. Strong. Doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo-doo. That's pretty good music, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna have an 8 damage hit here. Plus being frozen. Yeah, I should be able to get it if he doesn't have another card. And the strategy of each enemy. You should tell me what to do. Oh, that was dangerous. That was stupid. I didn't have enough time. Should just like auto attack would have killed him, but I was trying to get a new card. Strong for 5 seconds. Basic attacks deal +1 damage. That's not bad. I kind of just want to beat it. Like I said, 4 out of 4. I don't know what's beyond that, but if I beat that, then maybe I'll switch over to something else. Who knows? Or maybe I'll do it anyway, because I got tired of it. The stupid game. I see the tree roots for nipples. Or a tentacle, really. It's like, it's kind of Cthulhu-y. That strong move is pretty good. Bag. I almost like to put music on for this, just because it is sort of like there's no audio thing to kind of like go into the background. Thinking about it, but I think I'm almost finished. I mean, in terms of like what I want to do. Meteor. I keep getting new cards. It's a smart thing. Keep me on play.
Yeah.
Dang it. She healed up one more than I wanted her to. Cool. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dang. Stack strong, huh? That's dangerous. Uh-oh. Got it. Still got 3. If I don't get it on this one, I'm probably done with this game anyway.
Yeah. Should have it. Alright, here we go. Oh. Well, that screws me. Oh, come on! Oh well, that's enough of that.
Yeah, that's stupid. Alright. Let's see. Let's switch to this other one. If you died, is the you died supposed to be like Dark Souls? I don't know. Is that what it says in Dark Souls? I can't be bothered to remember things. Let's get this one up and running. Add this in here. This is a game by that Yahtzee guy from Zero Punctuation. Consuming Shadow. Or The Consuming Shadow. Oh. I'm gonna take a quick break though. AFK a sec. BRB. started here in a minute on this. I kind of want to watch the last 2 outs. LA is going to be going to the World Series. First time in 29 years. I think. The Dodgers, that is. Although, looks like Anthony Rizzo is going to hit a home run. Nope. Out number 2. The LA Bengals. Oh, that's how you spelled Bengals. All right, well, that's a different thing. Unless that's the Bengals, the Bengals. Now these are the LA Dodgers, mate. The Dangles. Meant bagels. You said Bengals before, but the Bengal is like a tiger, right? Like it's the Cincinnati Bagels. Bagels? Yeah, whatever. Bengals. It's the... Cincinnati Bengals are a football team. Boom. The Dodgers are headed to the World Series for the first time in 29 years. You don't watch hockey. Me neither. I have a hat for a hockey team, though. Is Thorwack still there? I'll go get it, just in case. Wait, just 1 sec. I'll be right back. Thorwack comes by so rarely, I don't think to do this, you know? How about that, Thorwack? Or as our good buddy Ruinous Might would say, how about that? It's the Kings, it's not Dodgers. I don't actually have a Dodgers hat. I wish I did, but I had to choose between I had to choose between a joke on you, on my good friend Thorwack, or supporting a team I actually like. And I chose you, Thorwack. I chose you. I just want you to know that. Yeah, it did. I mean, if I wear the hat, though, I think people are deprived of my glorious baldness. So, do it this way. Best of both worlds. Because then I look cool, and also, you don't have to see the hat. Don't I look cool now? I look like a DJ now, right? Got the headphones on my neck. Boom, boom, boom. LA Boston Sox fan. You sound like Ruinous Mike. Alright, let's get this game started. I don't know if it's got voices or not. Which I always hate it when games don't have... These kinds of games I feel need voiceover. But... June 19th, 2014. The shadow is trying to enter our world. One of the ancients, the runes, confirms it. I don't know which one. All I know is that they arrive at Stonehenge 3 days from now. One hope remains. The ritual of banishment. 4 runes incanted at Stonehenge will close the gateway. The trouble is, I don't know what the ritual is. If I investigate the strange events heralding the shadow, maybe I could piece it together. That's all I have. A maybe. The Boston Red Fox. With the LeBron James. Man. I weep. I weep for myself, basically, that I surround myself with sports illiterate people. And yeah, even if you know all about Sidney Crosby and Patrick Stewart Kane, doesn't matter. That's not real sports. Well, you know it. I know a few other hockey players, but can't think of them off the top of my head. Begin journey or kill myself? What should I do here? In the game. In the game, my friends. Patrick Dunham. What about Patrick Kane? Or was somebody Kane? He's in the Chicagoans. Patrick Dunham. Let's see what happened. Hey, we did it. Well, that was a fun game. What should I play next? Oh, I can do it again. Click, click, click. Begin journey. You have received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. Open. Cursed towns are the best place to find what you're looking for. You might make some immediate headway if you vent to Kidforth. Where's Kidforth? Yeah, let's go to Kidforth. That goes in the maybe an okay direction. Don't look back. "59 hours left. You have received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. I've got sightings of enemy minions in Holby that need exterminating. Do it or don't, but if you don't, the town won't be safe for long." F Holby, am I right? You've reached your destination, Kitforth. To invoke a mantra consisting of 4 runic symbols. I must investigate the shadow's activities in order to learn what order. In the meantime, I could also use 2 or 3 runes to cast smaller level incantations. But is my mind prepared to dally so unwarily with such forces? Oh, wait. My study has shown that 3 distinct ancient ones are currently active. One of them is trying to break into our realm, the one I must banish. A second is assisting them. A third ancient one, for ineffable reasons of their own, is working against them. Attempting to banish the wrong god would be disastrous. I must gather clues and identify my enemy. Okay. Inject illegal drugs to temporarily restore sanity? No, I don't need that yet. Oh, okay. Enter town. The taint upon this town brings to mind the work of a medieval plague. There are people wandering the streets, bent almost double, as if an invisible weight clings to their backs. I saw a terrace of houses, all with doors smashed in and curtains closed, soaked with spattered blood. Something far worse than a mere generalized taint has caused this. This is all coming from a source, a loose, poorly handled magical artifact left to leak its foul energies into everything around it. Let's go back to the car. Investigate further. My investigation keeps turning up the name of an elderly and eccentric professor whose home address I have acquired from the university. By all accounts, he is absent-minded enough to keep a dangerous occult text in his house. I have to recover it, and I have to recover it now. Thankfully, the vile air in this place makes my mind heavy and confused, which goes some way to suppress the aching terror I should feel at the prospect. Press escape. /start to view controls. Hold on. Can I do this with the controller? Oh my gosh, I can do this with the controller. Let's play this with the controller then. Fire gun X. Melee attack B. Spellcasting mode. Incant rune. I'm considering abandoning the place to the shadows. This is my melee attack. I've had enough of you damn kids. You're always making a racket. Son of... What the fuck? Patrick Dunham disapproved. I found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. Worshippers consider it a grave insult to draw Chozo's symbol in purple, as this is the color associated with one of their oldest and bitterest rivals among the ancients. Chozo hates the god associated with the color of purple. I found a discarded wallet containing 5 pounds. Oh, money. Oh, money pounds. I see. Like, well, don't body shame that wallet. That's strange. Looks like a page torn from a diary. At least I'll have something to read when this is over. Got key. Yeah, I don't know if the controls are any better on this. They're not bad. They're not like bad controls, right? It's basically you just push up to like look at something. The symbol U has many uses in the language of the ancients, most notably as the first symbol of a notorious dispel, purported to be powerful enough to banish a god. I believe my business of the place is concluded. I should head for the exit. Update, ritual, dungeon complete. Objective, escape. Uh-oh. We're gonna go the way I came. Or go in here. Anxiety seems to be getting the better of me. I feel hot and nauseous, and my hands won't stop shaking. Hopefully it will pass. How about this? I can't, my mind can't focus. Oh, well, F that guy. Yes. The town is lost to the shadow, and nothing I could have done can change that. But perhaps, with what I have recovered here, this will finally be the last. The guy's still chasing me, probably, but who cares? Yeah, I want to play with... well, this kind of stuff seems like it'd be easier to do with this. I don't need sanity on the while I'm driving. Who needs to be sane while they're driving? Set destination. Hobley. 12 hours. Sorry, Hobley. You're done. Don't look back. From a family member. Open. Hello, dear. You didn't think I'd forget your birthday, did you? I sent you £7. Do try to invest it sensibly. I am forced to stop as I drive through a small hamlet by a barricade of people on the road. Men, women, and children standing unmoving in front of the car, hands joined, their eyes are blank and glassy. A case of mass possession, perhaps? But I do have to get past them somehow. I step out of the car and offer a warning to people blocking my way. They watch dispassionately until I am finished speaking. Then every single one of them throws their head back and howls. Unpleasant things writhe in the back of my in the backs of their throats. This was not the most sophisticated ambush, but somehow I fell for it. I prepare to fight them back. Hold on. I don't know the... Oh, I don't have any bullets. I recovered some dusty jewelry estimated to be worth about £5. The monsters are dead, and there is nothing more for me here. I returned the car. I've wasted enough time. Yes, illegal drugs. Thank you. Twinroll. The atmosphere is tense here as news has spread of the darkness infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the shadow's influence for now. Find supplies, 1 hour. I have lost another precious hour, but I finally found a black market dealer willing to take my money. Have sanity lost from spellcasting. Give me that. Back to town. Visit hospital. There is a discredited doctor operating a backstreet surgery here. They will heal me without questions as long as I have the cash. I don't have any cash. Back to town. After an hour, I found the following items on sale from individuals content not to ask questions. Full capacity. You can only buy bullets to... Yeah, well, whatever. Can't get healed. Oh, that's not what I meant. What if the rest of the game would just get in and out of the car at Twinrow? There's Castleport. What about... So, Hobley... Yeah, I think we're going to say screw Hobley. You have received a text from a family member. I don't know where you are or what you're doing, but I know it's important to you. I wired you £3 from our savings. I hope it helps. Thanks, family member. We've reached the destination of Saxbury. Also use 2 or 3 runes to cast smaller level incantation, but my mind prepared to dally with all unwarily. You. So I know the first. Though Zoe hates God associated with the color purple. should have looked at what that one guy was casting against me. Enter town. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious of the shadow. My heart feels pained and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail my mission. There's this discredited doctor operating a backstreet surgery here that will heal me, but I don't have 15. Maybe I have to go to Hobley. The commotion on the road demands my attention. A wild-eyed man in an orange prison uniform stands on the road before a small crowd of people, hiding behind a hostage and holding a gun to hit their head. He is half-coherently barking threats and making demands that no one can meet. His human shield is struggling enough that, with good aim, it may be possible to shoot him without hitting the innocent. Take the shot. Take him down. Take the shot. Almost everyone in the vicinity screams and ducks that fire. My bullet hit the gunman squarely in the neck, and the hostage takes the opportunity to flee. A number of voices around me call me reckless and foolhardy, but I ignore them, instead turning to my attention the dead gunman. His weapon contains 5 armor-piercing bullets, which I take to serve the greater good. Greater good served. You've reached your destination, Hobbleby. Hobbleby. I'm effed in here though, because monster sighted. As soon as I arrive, I see creatures of the shadow infesting the streets, attacking wantonly. The people are making a valiant effort to fight them off, but the struggle could go either way. I prepare to lend my effort to the resistance. Oh crap. I found a small portable first aid kit and was able to remedy some of my cuts and scratches. Thankfully, my small contribution has been enough to turn the tide, and I am able to give advice on future defense. The local authorities are grateful, and when I none too discreetly mention the posted reward, seem happy to pay it promptly. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and the people are friendly enough. It can only be a matter of time before they catch the Shadow's attention. I'm pretty sure they already caught the Shadow's attention. Let's get... Actually, let's get some more illegal drugs. I don't like that when I click off of this, it'll take whatever is highlighted. No. Hollow point 10. Breathing mask. Ooh, I don't have it. Oh well. Let's get out of here. You have received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. What greater good? The greater good of shooting the guys in the neck, man. Wish I could help in person, but I'm on a fine line as it is. I wired you 7 quid. Makes me feel useful. T. For the greater good. The greater good. Gorchester? Or should I go to Solly? I guess we'll go to Solly. You've received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. Open. There's fighting on the streets of Billsale. They could use some hands-on assistance if you have the time to sort this out. You won't go unrewarded. You've reached your destination, Solly. Enter the town. The taint upon the town brings to mind the work of a medieval plague. Everywhere I look, I see the eyes drop and jaws slack, and the silent wails of anguish and torment. I saw a terrace of houses, all doors, blah, 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 soaked with blood. This is not the typical work of the Shadow. This is all coming from a source, a loose, poorly handled magical artifact, left to leak its foul energies into everything around it. Well, my investigation keeps turning up the name of an elderly and eccentric rose home. I've already done this. By all accounts, he's absent-minded enough to keep dangerous, blah, blah, blah. Investigate further. Objective: find and recover the occult text. An occult text. Boop, 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 gonna walk through. How do I do the spells in this? Spellcasting tab. Okay. There's a freaking bug on this. The carving dates back at least 6000 BC and depicts Cthulhu defeating and casting out a figure labeled the God of Pain. It appears to have been intended as an insult to the rival faith. Cthulhu hates the god of Cthulhu as an enemy of the God of Pain. There's nothing more worth taking. I found an ancient 9mm pistol with 3 usable bullets in the clip. I found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. Another victim of the shadow. The damage to the body appears to have been made post-mortem. The actual cause of death appears to have been exhaustion. It's actually been getting better with me. I feel hot and nauseous and my hands won't stop shaking. Hopefully it will pass. Whoa. Whoops. Symbol Kz, and many are used in the language of ancients, most notably as a third symbol of a notorious dispel. Or to be powerful enough to banish a god. There's nothing important left in this place. The longer I stay, the more time I lose. Can I run? Hold on. I don't know if this is the right way. This is not the right way. Yes. The town has lost its shadow. Nothing I could have done can change that. But perhaps with what I have recovered here, this will finally be the last. Return to car. Still recovering. How long has that got to recover for? Set destination. Out of curiosity, I stop when I see a man in a tailored business suit in the road, standing exasperated beside an extremely expensive car. He tells me that he's locked something important inside the car and asks for my assistance. His awareness of the shadow and its effects seem to be somewhat limited, if he isn't simply blocking it out. Try to smash the window? Smash the window. A strangled gas escapes his throat and I smash the passenger side of a window with my elbow. Apparently he was hoping I could offer a less drastic solution. He pushes me one side and recovers the briefcase from the car, then disappears in the darkness without a word or thanks. I leave perplexed. You've reached your destination. Let's see what's on the side of this thing. Townspeople here are friendly in the most disquieting way possible. There's a hollowness to their attitude that belies a combination of entrancement and evangelism. Some unaffected ones pull me aside and warn me off. Many have been taken, they say, and returned changed. I hear disquieting tales of physical transformations concealed behind clothing and cosmetics. Everything points to some kind of evil consciousness, a dark, controlling presence buried somewhere out of sight, puppeting and perverting. Yeah, we're getting back in the car. We need to heal somewhere. Let's, 4 hours to here. Let's go to Law Church. Sounds like a good, decent, wholesome Place, Law Church. I've received a text from a family member. Open. Please listen to me. None of it is real. There are no monsters. You had a breakdown. The doctors can help. We miss you. Lou lost sanity. Ooh. Let's enter this town. The madness that underlies this town appears to be a subtle one, but the facade fades quickly under scrutiny. Everywhere I investigate, I attract desperate looks from people as if trying to urgently convey something to me without the people around them suspecting. The air is thick with unaired secrets and unconfirmed suspicion, manifesting as whispers, graffiti, and anonymous text. There's an evil here, I know it, one so loathsome that it will freeze even the busiest tongues. Received a text seeking to arrange a meeting, but when I called back, the woman who answered knew nothing about it. She said it was her husband's phone, and she was worried, as he had not come home from work. She revealed that he worked as a forklift operator at a large storage facility not far up the motorway. I pledged to investigate immediately. Oh. Ending G. Level 1. Well, we succeeded in completing the game. Things killed. Ending G. Death. Clues found. 2 times 40. Or 2 out of 40, maybe. Items found. 1 times 200. I did not find 200. Dungeons completed. 2 times 400. Subject, the scholar. Committed suicides 41 hours before the Ancients' invasion. Managed to partially assemble the banishment rune. Our ritual took a balanced approach to combat but slightly favored melee, exterminating 8 enemy minions with melee attacks. In the end, subject was a mentally shattered, heavily armed scholar. Cursed towns are the best place to look. You live in Gormouth would probably be your best place to start. I was going down to town just looking for like a place to heal basically, but I couldn't, and like get some sanity, but I couldn't do it. Network's down in Billsley, and I need a message couriered there within 9 hours. Don't expect a warm welcome there if you let this slide. I feel a crackling in the depths of my inner ears and the backs of my palms reaching. This can only mean one thing: magic. It must have leaked through in great amounts from the outlying realms. Magic bleeds through into our realm through rifts, and the concentration of it here means there must be one nearby. Fortunately, what can be opened by the same corrosive energies can be closed. Investigate further. Isolating the rough location of the rift was the easy part. It's just a matter of finding enough slivers, traces, and reported monster sightings to track back their point of origin. One brief touch of a particularly active ley line indicates an extended area of overgrown parkland that backs onto the town's largest cemetery. An ideal location for impressionable kids to come and dare each other to perform rituals they don't realize have power. This freaking bug, get it off me! I see this here. Oh, this is actually down. The Shrun rune has been inscribed on the wall here in yellow. It could be either a marking of territory or a gesture of thanks or recognition to another god. Thumbs up or down? For the game? Or for your face? Or are you just asking what I think you're doing right now? A thumbs up or a thumbs down? Sure, a single diary page has been stuck here. No time to read it now, but I'll hang on to it. There's a corpse here. The poor wretch's limbs have been broken and twisted into hideous angles. It must have been a painful end. The Cthulhu has been inscribed on the wall here in yellow, upside down. The Cthursday god would regard this as a grave insult. The game is not bad. Or it's alright anyway. A little, you know. Well. Iron dusty jewelry estimated worth about £2. It's got good atmosphere, and it does well. I mean, it's a roguelike Cthulhuian horror game, right? Or not necessarily Cthulhu, Lovecraftian horror. Let's check the trash. I found an ancient 9mm pistol with 3 usable bullets in the clip. Yeah, I did. It's well written. I mean, that's the thing about Yahtzee is he's always been a pretty good writer, right? Two runes are required to seal this rift. I can see them floating in the morass of non-space. What's the button? Oh yeah, it's tab. Let's cruise. Enchanted syllables felt every door, cupboard, and piece of furniture in the near vicinity unlocked. Even the class model wallet sprang open. I'm trying to... Syllables hung in the air for a moment, then died, leaving only a dark patch seared into my brain. How do I... Can I, like... What I want to do... Okay, so just like cuz then. It's foolish of me to attempt to incant a spell at random. A searing pain now drills through my head. It's foolish of you. Getting wrecked like this. Perfectly functional has been left here. Perhaps recovered later. I can see them floating. Yeah. That was sort of lame. Mentally shattered time waster. I don't like the casting right now. But finished it again. Finished it again. Finish it again. Really easy game to beat though, which is nice. If you ever just want like a sense of accomplishment. I did it! I finished the game! Kinda gruesome, but... the night sky, February 12th, including place 1 birth star. Oh, is it like RPG as well? open. You might take some immediate headway if you went to Sunbury. It's like right there. 23-mile drive. We're by... No, the other one wasn't not, I don't think. The other one's just by somebody else. This is by Yahtzee. I feel a crackling in the depths of my inner ears and the backs of my palms are itching. This can only mean one thing. Magic. It must have leaked through. Oh, so it's going to be the same thing. Investigate further. Casting magic has a duo. Investigate further. So, let's see. Incant rune 1 to 5. Switch ammo. Notebook. Interesting. Sound goes out when you come in here. Worshippers consider it a grave insult to draw Cthulhu's symbol in yellow, as this is the color associated with one of their oldest and bitterest rivals amongst the ancients. I've recovered some dusty jewelry I estimate to be worth about £3. I do think the melee looks like he's trying to shake something off his hand, which I think is funny. A body lies at my feet. They are scarcely recognizable as human. Their body is little more than a mass of oozing deformity. I found something. Looks like a page torn from a diary. Maybe I'll have time to read it once my mission is over. I found a very old gun, and I don't think you can store ammo is the problem. So it's like kind of useless when you get it if your gun is full. What runes we got? The Y and the K thing? Okay. It was foolish of me to attempt. Shut up. Two runes are required. I can see them floating around. I thought I did that. Did I not do it? What did I do to the world? Reduces sanity, yeah, well, I don't know what to do with that. Dark vision, 'cause BT. Ah. Nothing. Pain, BT. Oh, I see. I have to figure it out. There's that one. I see that, but I'm missing that. There. Frickin' A. Most of the engraving was too weathered to read full banishment mantra, but third symbol was almost certainly a syllable, cuz. I believe my business place is concluded. Dang it, they're gonna kill me. Yes, get ahead of here. It's not immediately improved any more than a flood zone would be simply because the rain had stopped, but my contribution is made. Time to move on. Supply is depleted. Yes! Illegal drugs. What's that destination? Guess we'll go to Stonesby. Ministry of Occultism. I've got reports of a sleeper cell in Finchurch. Needs cleanup sooner rather than later. You don't have to help out, but these things escalate quickly. You've reached your destination. Stonesby, enter town. My hair stands on end and I feel a scratching at the back of my mind, all of which indicates the presence of magical energy. There's a great concentration of it that hasn't had time to disperse. This town must be home to a rift. One of the tears in the fabric of our universe through which bleeds the dark influence of realms beyond. Fortunately, what can be opened by the same corrosive energies can be closed. Isolating the rough location of the rift was the easy part. Just isolate the strands of magical energy. The appearances of otherworldly creatures then triangulate the point they are all moving away from. A simple set of divinations leads me to an extended area of overgrown parkland that backs onto the town's largest cemetery. An ideal location for impressionable kids to come dare each other to perform rituals they don't realize have power. Find a dimensional rift and seal it with an incantation. Recovered some dusty jewelry. Estimated to be worth a certain number of pounds. Someone left their keyring here. Hopefully I can open all the doors now. A small portable first aid kit and was able to remedy some of my cuts and scratches. Because rune has been inscribed on the wall here in red. Could be either a marking of territory or a gesture of thanks and recognition to another god. The BT rune has been inscribed on the wall here and read upside down. The associated god would regard this as a grave insult. An ancient 9mm pistol. There's a corpse here. Their arms and hands are ruined, fingers either broken or missing, as if they were clawing madly at something. Ah, I hate this thing I'm clawing at. Oh no, that's that kind of mad. I see. Ortent. Part of the banishment mantra is to incant the rune of the creature you intend to banish as the first syllable of the mantra. Note, be very certain that you have the right room. There's nothing important left to do in this place. Yes. With the rift closed, the endless ringing buzz has been replaced by the deathly quiet of deserted ghost town. Still, ghosts are preferable to what resided here from when I first arrived. Hurry back to the car. Let's see. Set destination. I think 10 hours. We'll go to Gorton. I'm looking for a town to, like, buy stuff. You have received objection. Different environments yield different rewards. Office buildings have a lot of documents and very little loot. Warehouses have it the other way around. T. Enter the town. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious to the shadow. My heart feels pain and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail my mission. Alright. Visit hospital. Buy illegal drugs, thank you. Find supplies. After an hour. No, I don't even want those. Oh well. Shoulder stock. Oh well. Turn to car. Should have gotten the shoulder stock if I had enough. We can just find whatever. Back to town. Okay, well, it looks like it's recharged. Set destination. I guess we'll go to Kid Hill. Emergency hospital has been set up here, and it's in a rather desperate condition. Most of the beds are filled with screaming patients who have suffered abominably in the shadow, and blood cakes almost every surface and instrument. The flustered volunteer says they can make room for me if I require it, in return for a payment of £5. Don't have any money. As I was leaving, I was stopped by a member of the staff clutching a plastic cooler box. They explained the organ badly needs to be transported to a clinic in Kid Hill, and I was the first person with a vehicle to have come by in hours. Graded courier box. The nurse bowed and scraped with gratitude as I took the box. I'd be a hypocrite if I thought I could save the world without being willing to help those in need. Well, it's just because I was on my way to Kid Hill really is the only. Text. Special ammo is more expensive but worth it. Hollow points do more damage while armor-piercing shots damage multiple targets. How do I change my ammo? Q and E. Okay. Where's that cooler? Must have put it in the trunk, huh? The address I was given doesn't look much like a hospital to me. The character who took the cooler from me doesn't look much like a medical professional. I'm thinking back to the journey and remembering times when I thought the cooler had made a thumping noise, but I had dismissed it. After the cloak figure has retreated from my car with the cooler, I prepare to follow them. This does not feel right at all. Objective, die. Find a dimensional rift and seal it with an incantation. Frickin'. Smack this stuff with it. 15%. Find the key. Scotland will yell while here, upside down, the associated god would regard as grave insult. Yeesh, took some damage on that. found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. I didn't see what they were. The more I chanted, "Agan Kuzinu," the more my mind expanded. I saw to the edge of the world and into the hearts of everyone around me. I saw what was to come, and that's why, Sarah, that's why you found me like this. Tell the kids I'm sorry. Unless there's any more loot to be found, I can safely call the operation complete. Time to go. Spell that. Turn back. Clairvoyance. Agan Kuzu. Something invaded my head, scratching at the inside of my skull. I experienced a vision of things to come and left me with keen awareness of the surrounding area. It's kind of getting better of me. I feel hot nauseous. Objective, run for your life. Yeah, I'll return to the car. I emerged to find the town still slumbering peacefully, unaware of how narrowly it escaped subjugation by nightmares. It's small thanks, but for now I think sufficient. I feel quite buoyed by the clean air here, and the people are friendly enough. I don't have anything. Turn to the car. Supplies depleted. Somebody needs to give me some money! Let's see. I guess, well, no, I don't think I can handle whatever's in here. Maybe Lawham will have something. We'll try Lawham. Oops. Yeah, let's see what's this got in here. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious of shadow, but I still don't have any money, so let's try well, I don't want to go backwards. I guess I have to go here because I'm gonna run out of time. Received a text. Got reports of a sleeper cell in Lawham. Needs cleanup sooner rather than later. I just left Lawham. Don't expect a warm welcome there if you let this slide. I was drawn by the sight of illuminated windows and discovered a petrol station isolated from surrounding buildings. Through the glass in the front door, I can't see any signs of life, but there may be supplies inside. Experimentally, I tried the doorknob. It isn't locked, but I find myself hesitating before I go any further. Continue inside. The moment I took a single step inside, I heard the fluttering of obscene limbs. Something thumped wetly to the floor to my side. Instinctively, I leapt back and was pursued to the street by an outpouring of magic, mangled flesh and malevolent beings. With the monsters dead, I turn my attention to the building and I find a small cash box under the counter containing 28 pounds. Wary of what else could be lurking around here, I opt not to search the rest of the building and instead return to my car. Managed to skim 8 quid off the week's budget for you. Don't spend it all on sweets. Oh, stop. Now, Lawham, unfortunately, well, First Church, Finn's Church. Enemy operation found. Lawham. Basically, forget about Finn's Church. Go here. Hopefully I can heal there. Finn's Church has fallen into the shadow. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Sorry, officer. I don't know what happened. Feel quite buoyed by the clean air here. This is the hospital. Refill medkit for 15. Back to town. Turn to car. Still recovering on that. Refill it again. Back to town. Take an hour here. Military flashlight. Wait. I only have 6. It sucks. Back to town. Oh, return to car. Alright. Well, Finchurch, you're done for. Laham, we're coming. We're coming for you. Save you, Laham. What happened in Finchurch is a travesty, but it won't go unremembered. Enter the town. Can I inject myself? No? Okay. I am brought to the problematic area and told the payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude as I made my way inside. Objective, find and destroy a nest. No hollow point rounds, so I want to kind of go between these two. Okay. What we got? The U rune has been inscribed on the wall here in purple, a generic prayer to a god, not necessarily the god perverting this place. It could be intended for an associated deity. Whoa. Ouija rune has been inscribed on the wall here in purple, upside down. This meant is intended to curse to the god that is associated with this rune. There was a discarded breathing mask inside, which I decided I could make use of. Found 3 unfired hollow point bullets. Appear to have been hastily concealed here. Well, I have some hollow point bullets now. Do we want to go down? I guess we'll keep going up, I think. The carving dates back to at least 6000 BC and depicts Nyx defeating and casting out a figure labeled the God of Fear. It appears to have been intended as an insult to a rival's faith. Nyx is an enemy of the God of Fear. I have Cthursday hates the god associated with the color yellow. I mean, and who wouldn't, right? Jerk-ass god associated with the color yellow. What a dick. Am I right? Got a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. I have been a prisoner of the cult of Cthursday for some weeks. There's some other god they're trying to appease, and they keep chanting, you, please send help. It's allied with a god identified by the U rune. Yeesh. That's important news, actually. Got him, I guess, but I lost all my hollow points. I found a discarded wallet containing 2 pounds. Our guide leaned close to the guessed and intoned the words "Agnes," whereupon the lock sprang open with no apparent involvement of hand or tool. Nothing but an old bottle of tranquilizers, but maybe it could prove useful. What? Don't you switch doors on me, you jerk. I'm the door switching master, mother bleep. How dare you? Yes. People waiting for me outside seem determined not to ask questions. Upon my assurance that the problem is resolved, they pay without quibble. I wonder if this will be the last time I visit this town. The atmosphere is tense here as news spread of the darkness infecting neighboring towns. Besides that, I cannot sense the shadow's influence for now. Let's see. Stab-proof vest. I'll take it. Yeah, we'll buy these. Kill myself or return to the car. Who knows? See a text from family member. I don't expect a reply to this. I'm not going to sit and fret about whether you ever will. Just stay safe and maybe one day we'll see each other again. Well, I got some sanity back for that. That's nice. Can I have a shot, please? Of illegal drugs? Thank you, please, maybe? No? Okay, well, sucks to be me. Alright, well, Finn's church has been taken over. I'm a little bit nervous about going to Finn's church without sanity, but we'll see what happens. A woman in her early 20s flagged me down, and when I pulled up, she burst into tears and fell to her knees. She looked exhausted, and I think uninjured, but she is spattered with blood from some source or other. I get out of the car and cautiously walk towards her, displaying my palms, but the moment she becomes aware that I am approaching, she gives a shriek and lunges for me. Hold her, because I got the stab-proof vest. I go for the hug, and her limbs extend around me. Then I notice that more limbs are getting involved than should reasonably be expected. I fell for it. I attempt to pull away, but tentacles surround my arms and, with an almost leisurely flourish, snap the bone. It is only by sheer terror that I do not black out from the pain. I kick the monster away and prepare to fight back with my good arm. The monsters are dead and there's nothing more for me here. I return to the car. I've wasted enough time. I got a busted arm, apparently. You've received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. There's a guy in Laham asking for someone to bring him a locksmith's kit. Not sure what it's about. If you have the time to sort this out, you won't go unrewarded. Yeah, so come on. You gotta let me syringe it up here. Now, I was thinking I'd get stabbed, not arm broke. But oh well. Open lock, dark vision, clairvoyance. Ooh, I have open lock. But I'm pretty low on sanity here. Enter the town. This game seems like a cross between The Mist and Eternal Darkness. Yeah, it definitely has some Eternal Darkness feel to it. With a splash of Darkest Dungeon. I can kind of see it. Definitely has a good feel of those sorts of games. I don't know about The Mist. I've played the other ones, but although apparently if I hit this button at the wrong time, I'll kill myself, which is kind of annoying. The townspeople here are friendly in the most disquieting way possible. They smile but rarely blink, and invite me to some private meeting place within minutes of conversation. When pressed, the apparently unaffected people mutter disquieting stories of friends and loved ones returning from meetings with changed personalities. I hear disquieting tales of physical transformations concealed behind clothing and cosmetics. I'm convinced that dark power operates beneath the surface, infecting bodies and minds wherever its oily tendrils settle. Oop. Well, couldn't handle it. Birth star added, though. It's like, I guess I keep leveling up, so it's sort of a nice thing. The scholar committed suicide 40 hours before the Ancients' invasion, managed to partially assemble the banishment ritual, and only allowed a single town to fall to the shadow after beginning their mission. Took a balanced approach to combat, but slightly favored melee, exterminating 14 enemy minions with melee attacks. Learned 2 spells, and made use of them 2 times. And the end subject was physically exhausted, mentally shattered, narcotics-riddled scholar. Yeah, you kill yourself pretty often. And you actually have the option to do it right at the front, and it works. But yeah, I don't like if the especially the colors of the old gods and the fact that there seem to be, I don't know if there are multiple of them. There are 3 specifically that you're dealing with. That definitely reminds me of Eternal Darkness, which is a game I would certainly play if well, I used to have it, but a family member of mine sold that one, so. Oh. Dark reminds you of the Miss Stephen King book. Oh, okay. I've seen the movie. I don't think I liked the movie all that much. That was okay. I don't know if I don't like it when like it's like the main characters make a drastic decision right before at the end everything would have been okay if they just had waited a few minutes. I didn't like that. Oh, that was in the movie though. I heard that's different than the book. I can't remember for sure. Random spell chance, priest, random spell chance, annual capacity, melee damage. Let's get some more health. Honestly, actually, yeah, let's go for... That's a good cross-section here. Health plus 11, sanity plus 20, melee damage plus 3. I'll take that. Your favorite part of the movie? Actually, you're not the first person who's told me that. I've heard that one before. Like, they loved the way they changed the ending. Oh, what? Oh, I screwed up. There was a second one, but... Oh, well. I guess you have to reset your stars every time. You get a new one. Cursed towns are the best place to find what you're looking for. If you want my advice, start from Castleby and work it out from there. Oh, it's right here. What happens at the end of the book? Out of curiosity. Shadow cast upon this town hits me like a foul stench the moment I leave the car. Everywhere I look, I see eyes dropped and jaws slack and silent wails of anguished torment. I saw a tarpaulin in the street, covering a huge mass from which something that may once have been a limb extrudes. This is not merely a result of spreading infection. I feel I am drawing close to a source, not strong enough for a full rift, but perhaps an artifact. Investigate further. My investigation turning up the name of an elderly eccentric professor whose home address I have acquired from the university. By all accounts, he is absent-minded enough to keep a dangerous occult text in his house. It must be recovered. I am willing to take the risk, and I need to do it before I start paying too much attention to screams and banging being made at the back of my mind by the sense of self-preservation. Help! I've been imprisoned by the cult of Nyx. They locked me in a filthy oubliette I can hear them cursing, some enemy god chanting Shim. I think they're killing people up there. The book just ends with them driving south to find survivors. Open ending. This game is called The Consuming Shadow. It's a game, I don't know if you know, I used to watch, maybe a few years back, I would watch, it's Zero Punctuation. It's like a review show, kind of supposed to be funny. Over time, I got a little bit tired of it, but I used to really like it when I was younger. And the guy who does that show, or who did it, I don't know, Ben Yahtzee Croshaw, this is a game he made, so. I found 2 unfired hollow point bullets that appear to have been hastily concealed here. Most of the engraving was too weathered to read the full banishment mantra, but the last symbol was almost certainly the symbol U. I believe my business place concluded. I should head for the exit. Found an ancient 9mm pistol. The Agni rune has been inscribed on the wall here in white, generic prayer to a god, not necessarily the god perverting his place. It could be intended for an associated deity. I could add here. Yes. Cool. Later, Runas. Have a good one. Yeah, I think even the way you described that ending of The Mist, I probably prefer the one in the movie just because it's not open-ended, unless they're going to make a sequel or something. But Lost in Shadow, nothing I could have done can change that. But perhaps with what I've recovered here, this will finally be the last. Let's heal up. But it's like a roguelike, Lovecraftian horror sort of story, this game. But it's sort of an interesting idea. Oh, I didn't want to go into return the car. Let's see. I guess we'll go to Lawfirth next. You've received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. There's fighting on the streets of Saxchurch. They could use some hands-on assistance. There's some extra cash in it for you if you're willing. Lawfirth. Let's enter the town. The town is calm and peaceful, oblivious to the shadow. Or of the shadow. My heart feels pain and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail in my mission. Let's see. Find supplies. Buy one of those. Buy some of those. Find the car. We received a text from the Ministry of Occultism. Each god has a rune, a color, and a responsibility. Connecting the dots will help you deduce which god is invading team. Yeah. I have a what you have is you have like notes, right? And you can go here and you can actually set like, okay, here's the color, and here's the color of this one or whatever. So I saw white. Something is white. And the rune, it could be that the rune is, let's see, it could be Agon, or it could be like it doesn't like Agon, right? So we don't really know that one for sure. Nyx is an enemy of the god identified by the Shim rune. So we don't really know enough from that. But you have to, oops, that's not what I want to do. You have to come up with this incantation. You see here on the, not the spell. You're coming up with a banishment ritual that you want to cast at Stonehenge before one of the old gods invades the earth, basically. So this is your ultimate destination here. Don't look back, apparently. Gotta be reminded. Out of curiosity, I stop when I see a man in a tailored suit in the road, standing exasperated beside an extremely expensive car. He tells me that he has locked something of importance inside the car and asks for my assistance. His awareness of the shadow and its effects seem to be somewhat limited if he isn't simply blocking it out. Last time I smashed the window, he got all pissed. Takes about an hour, but after I remember a trick I once read concerning the locks of classic cars, I get the door open without causing damage. A man takes a leather briefcase from the seat and holds it to his chest like a newborn child. I cough meaningfully, and he remembers to give me 16 pounds as a reward. Oh, like that. That's, yeah. Alright, we'll enter Gorehope since we're here. Town is calm and peaceful, oblivious to the shadow. Go ahead and hold off on doing anything there, because I only have 2 hours to get to Sax Church. Cool. I got it on sale a while back. I don't remember, or maybe I did, I don't know. Maybe I got it during a sale, but it wasn't on sale, I can't remember. It's a pretty interesting game. At least I'm enjoying it. I mean, I played a different one earlier. It was just sort of like, it was okay, but this one's got my attention. At least for the time being. So you open. Wired 5 pounds to your account. Can't do more to help right now. I think someone at the office is one of them. I've got a sighting of enemy minions in Lawfirth that need exterminating. Don't expect a warm welcome there if you let this slide. Sax Church has fallen into the shadow. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that. I tried to get there. I'm just saying. I had to take it about an hour to get an extra 15 or 16 pounds. What can I do? The madness that underlies this town appears to be a subtle one, but troubling signs have begun to emerge. Everywhere I investigate, I attract desperate looks from people, as if trying to urgently convey something to me without people around them suspecting. The air is thick with unaired secrets and unconfirmed suspicions, manifesting as whispers, graffiti, and anonymous text. This is a town paralyzed by an omnipresent darkness grown quietly in under everybody's feet like a fungus. On a hunch, I moved past the facade and explored the lower-income neighborhoods. Finally, in a narrow alleyway, I found a young woman in a state of distress. Between whimpers, she spoke of having been captured by a cult based in an old church deep in the industrial district. With mutilated hands, she gestures in the direction of the building and begged me to find if there is anything left of her friend, captured the same day as her. I cannot, in good conscience, refuse. Locate the missing person or remains of them. This is the melee, though. I think it's funny. The BT rune has been inscribed on the wall here in white upside down. This means it is intended as a curse to the god that is associated with the rune. Okay, so white, what I can definitely say, hold on, how do I do this? Oh, here it is, my notes. What I can definitely say is that white is not BT, I believe. I think you can say that. I think, because I think that means the white is the associate God would regard this as a grave insult. But then the white could also be... So actually, I don't think you can say that for certain is the thing. Not 100% sure. Because it could be that it's written in the color of the god who doesn't like white. Or who does. Or, yeah, who does like white. Yeesh, took too much damage there. Found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. We got the keys to go into these two places, but... In the language of the ancients, the syllable shim is usually given as a name, but has also variously been written to denote the concept of fear, paranoia, and anxiety. The shim is associated with the god of fear. Shim, okay. Diary page. That's strange. Looks like a page torn from a diary. At least I'll have something to read when this is over. The Agni rune has been inscribed on the wall here in white, a generic prayer to a god, not necessarily a god perverting this place. It could be intended for an associated deity. Okay, so that's definitely... So I'm going to go ahead and say, I mean, I don't know if it's 100% sure. I'm actually going to say that this is BT. The god associated with white has this, but like we see this one in white, we see the other one in white, so I would assume that they're both gonna be kind of like the same. Oh, could be wrong. I mean, I have to make it through anyway, so it's still. Dang it, I took a lot of damage. I didn't realize I was out of bullets. The language of the ancients, the syllable BT is usually given as a name, but has variously been written to denote the concept of love, lust, and sex. Alright. Yeah, I don't know for sure. I think I can afford to lose some sanity. I just gotta not die. Oh, where did I go? Oh. I found what remains of the person I was sent to find. There's nothing I can do to help them except get out of here and break the bad news. There's nothing important less to do in this place. The longer I stay, the more time I lose. Gotta go, gotta run. Sorry about your friend. News of the death did not, it seems, come entirely unexpected to the poor soul waiting for my return, but they seemed to appreciate my efforts. As I made my excuses, they pressed a wallet into my hands, explaining that it had been left behind by a previous visiting occult investigator. My recording device picked up the chanting of some kind of mantra intended to ward off evil. It was hard to make out, but the first part definitely sounded like shim. Okay. Heal up. Let's see, my ritual. So we got shim there, huh? Concept of fear. So you have to figure out the ritual, and you have to figure out which god you're actually using it on. So if you banish the wrong, there's like 3 gods. If you banish the wrong one, it's not a good thing, I guess. Just as, and pretty normal, I think. Let's go ahead and go. Well, we'll go to Burgate and then see if it's a calm town or not. I want to refill my supplies, my medical supplies, if possible. A foreboding orange cloud on the horizon soon turns into a raging inferno, engulfing a 2-story house in the middle of an open country. On instinct, I stop and see a young man in pajamas, screaming that his mother is still inside. The man begs for me to help him brave the flames. The house is already engulfed, and there is strong possibility that we are already too late. I don't have a breathing mask. Help him. Emboldened by my vow to assist, the man runs for the open door, and after only a moment's pause, shoulders his way inside. I jump in after him, and the smoke almost floors me immediately with choking cough after cough. Eyes streaming, I make a token effort to explore, but burn my hand on a charred piece of furniture. In the end, I am forced back into the lawn, sputtering and in pain. I wait a short while, but when the man does not emerge, I return miserable to the road. I have my gun to my head as I type this. If you reply with bad news, I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm not even kidding. Lost sanity. Well, thanks, dude, for making me lose sanity. What a jerk. Town is calm and peaceful. Sweet. Refill medkit. Back out here. Find supplies. For an hour, find the following items for sale. 3. Exhaust muffler. Reduce random events while driving. Tempting. I guess we'll go for armor piercer as they're cheaper. And I can fill them up. Well, let's go here. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, Red Pyramid. Have a good one. Take it easy. You have reached your destination, Hersborough. Enter town. I feel a crackling in the depths of my inner ear, and the backs of my palms are itching. This can only mean one thing: magic. It must have leaked through in great amounts from the outlying realms. Magic bleeds through into our realm through rifts, and the concentration of it here means there must be one nearby. Fortunately, what can be opened by the same corrosive energies can be closed. Isolating the rough location of the rift was the easy part. Just isolate the strands of magical energy, the appearances of otherworldly creatures, then triangulate the point they are all moving away from. A simple set of divinations leads me to a private house in a wealthy area, probably abandoned quite recently. I can feel a ringing in my ears as I walk slowly up the garden path to the front door, and I immediately know I have the right place. Objective: no stop, no stop. Oh. I like that, actually. I think it's pretty funny. Carving dates back to at least 6000 BC and depicts the Yushig paying blessing and tribute to a figure labeled the god of pain. Its value as an antique is unfortunately meager. The rune beauty is associated with the concept of lust. Oh, well, if I'm going to say that, then I would say that this is lust, right? Agenda, I'm not sure. Yushig is an ally of the god of pain, which means that, well, if I have that right, Yushig is here, and this is pain, right? The language of the ancient syllable agon is usually given as a name, but has also variously been written to denote the concepts of suffering, pain, and injury. Alright, it's agon. Jeez, I have been gravely wounded and bleeding won't stop. Without treatment, I feel only get worse. No. Frick. Carving dates back to at least 6000 BC and depicts Biaria paying tribute, blessing and tribute to the god of fear. Its value as an antique is unfortunately meager. Okay, that doesn't give me enough. Body lies at my feet. Something must have torn the bowels and lower torso apart in a state of animalistic frenzy. Oh, that thing didn't drop anything. One set of keys. These should make exploration easier. Decided to make use of. Ugh. Found an ancient 9mm unusable bullets. Pile of useless metal implements. I found a small tool that could function as a lockpick. Help, I've been imprisoned by the cult of Yushig. They locked me in a filthy obelit, and I can hear them cursing some enemy god chanting BT. I think they're killing people up there. Alright, so these two are enemies, Yushig and BT. Which means that I think I already knew that actually. We gotta escape for now. Oh, actually, it's right here. I gotta get some treatment. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, well. Let's go here. Market. No. Yeah, well. Let's go to Stone Chester. Oops. I think I'm screwed on this one, getting this wound. It's like in my health. Network's down in Dinton, and I need a message couriered there within 12 hours. Don't expect a warm welcome there if you let this slide. Lawford has fallen into the shadow. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that. I didn't even know Lawford was a thing here. Given cause is slowed by some kind of fight on the road, it appears to be between a small group of loutish young men and another prone individual whom they are kicking and spitting on. One of the youths instructs me not to interfere, stating they have caught one of them. I can't get a clear look at the victim through the many attacking legs. Get out of here. Town is calm and peaceful, oblivious to the shadow. My heart feels pained and heavy as I am confronted by what we stand to lose if I fail my mission. Treat bleeding for 10. Jeez. I don't have any. Well, I'm definitely screwed. What a Denton boat. We're definitely screwed. Seriously, you can't just like wrap that bleeding? You just gotta like die on the road, huh? The message is received by a flustered man dressed not dissimilarly to myself. He is agitated enough that I am forced to awkwardly remind him of the agreed payment before he can run off. Whereupon, he throws a handful of notes at me and disappears in the shadows. 8. 8 is not enough. No, we're just gonna die here. Oh well. Narcotics riddled detective. Let's take a look here. BRB. Alright, well. I guess we'll give it maybe another shot and we'll see how we're feeling after this run. Let's see. Proceed. Information is contained on this 4B. Probably the best place to start. Got reports of a sleeper cell in Billsworth. Use cleanup sooner rather than later. Do it or don't, but if you don't, the town won't be safe for long. Where's that? Oh, it's like right back there. Okay, so that's too bad. People in this town have been welcoming, perhaps too much so. They smile but rarely blink and invite me into some private meeting place, blah blah blah. One of the untainted townsfolk has revealed that the possessed ones are constantly drifting off to meet at a rundown former community center, off the beaten track. Often dressed in their finest formal gear, my informant's help on this dries up quickly when I suggest he join me to investigate. The reaction was telling, despite being entirely expected. Man, my guy just violates those no entry signs like nobody's business. Interestingly, the name Yushug, as well as the associated symbol, is only ever inscribed in yellow pigment. To do otherwise is considered blasphemy, ultimate blasphemy. Well, okay. We got what Yushug is our first god here. Yellow. Nice. Good info, good info, good info. And when the king recovered, he displayed his bed sheets, which had become stained with yellow with pus. From that day forth, yellow would be color most beloved by the god of disease. All right, well, disease, I guess. Locked door, huh? Okay, well. I found a set of keys. You should make exploration easier. Should being the operative word. Is my gun part of the God of Disease's plan? Because it's yellow. Ooh, what do we got here? The Shim rune has been inscribed on the wall here in red. A generic prayer to a god, not necessarily the god perverting this place. It could be intended for an associated deity. I do believe that we can say red is Shim. Or, well, red. No, that's not what I mean. Shim. Shim. Right? Was there another rune anywhere in here? I didn't see one. Red could go unnoticed, though. found a discarded wallet containing 4 pounds. I want to save my ammo. Oh, but instead, don't sneak up on me like that. That's a funny sounding achievement. Oh, I didn't even check if there was a rune in here. The recording device picked up the chanting of some kind of mantra intended to ward off evil. It's hard to make out, but the first part definitely sounded like BT. If the reduces your sanity. Recovered a small handful of standard 9mm rounds. Yes, back to the car. Are not immediately better off with the extermination of the creature behind their enslavement. There have been several murders and suicides already. The memories of their actions return. Best thing I can do now is leave them to heal. Heal up here. This is the only thing I'm actually having problems with in this game, is this interface doesn't work very well, in my opinion. But like, you have to click it, you have to be very specific in how you click it, otherwise it'll screw up. We haven't got the BT rune yet. We got the banishment ritual, get the first part. Billsworth, 8 hours. Enemy operation. Just drive, baby. Narcotics can numb your mind from the horrors around you, keep you sane, but the effects will lessen as you build up a tolerance. Thanks, T. Enter town. I am brought to the problematic area and told the payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude as I made my way inside. Find a dimensional rift and seal it with an incantation. Just walking in the warehouse. Get this freaking... Get away from me, you fly! I don't know. A locked door. 15%. I feel hot and nauseous as my hands won't stop. Hopefully it will pass. Oh, I need my pills. I have found a dusty rosary that isn't completely beyond salvage. I don't know what that does exactly. I wish I had I could just mouse over it. Popped in one. Caught some dusty jewelry. I estimate worth about 5 pounds. And a set of keys should make it easier to explore. I don't ever know which way to go on, I only heard the noise, I didn't see it, so it's probably I'm okay, right? Well, that's... 2 runes are required to seal the rift. Well, Where's the rift? Oops, losing sanity. We gotta explore first, though. Dems the rules. 3 armor-piercing bullets, which seem to have been held as a keepsake or a trophy. There are 2 armor-piercing rounds, which should have been killed as a keepsake or a trophy. Let's get with, you know. I found a discarded wallet containing 3 pounds. Small bottle, which I immediately put to 2 uses. Medicinal alcohol. Okay, well. Oh crap, wrong spell. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. Speak these aloud. The words in the shadows will be lifted from your eyes. These words in the shadow. I believe my business in this place is concluded. Dark mission. Found a small portable first aid kit and was able to remedy some of my cuts and scratches. Sweet. Good kill. Yes. People waiting for me outside seemed determined not to ask questions. Upon my assurance that the problem is resolved, they pay without quibble. I wonder if this will be the last time I visit this town. Kill myself. Kill myself. I don't want to do that. Refill man can't buy illegal drugs. Is that what that one does? Oh, it makes me like paranoid. Enter town. No. I lost another precious hour. Pentagram necklace. Have sanity lost from spellcasting. Yeah, I'll take it. Use. My kit refilled. We'll hold on to the rest of my cash for now. Doing so well at this thing. This thing is kind of dangerous, I guess. Makes you want to kill yourself even when you're not even lost all your sanity yet. Let's go to Kidbury. Commotion on the road. A wild-eyed man in an orange prison uniform. He's on the road before a small crowd of people, hiding behind a hostage and holding a gun to their head. He is half coherently barking threats, making demands that no one can meet. His human shield is struggling enough that with good aim, it might be possible to shoot him down without hitting him. Take the shot. Almost everyone in the business screams, and my bullet hits him squarely in the neck and tosses at him. There are voices around call me reckless and foolhardy, but I ignore them, instead taking my attention to the dead man. His weapon contains 3 armor-piercing round bullets, which I take to serve the greater good. The greater good. From a family member. Just want to say that I love you and will support you to the end. I won't tell anyone where you've gone. Thanks, family member. Good on that, good on that. Enter town. The madness that underlies this town appears to be a subtle one, but troubling signs have begun to emerge. In response to my questioning, a few residents have seemed ready to give an urgent account. Only think better of it. or to be shushed into silence by another. The air is thick with unaired secrets and unconfirmed suspicions manifesting as whispers, graffiti, and anonymous text. This is a town paralyzed by an omnipresent darkness grown quietly in under everybody's feet like a fungus. On a hunch, I move past the facade and explore the lore, blah blah blah. Find a young woman in a state of distress. Her hands are messed up still. And we investigate further. Locate a missing person, or what remains of them. I wonder if it's possible to find a live one. Last time I found a dead one. Go down first. Found a set of keys. Make it easy. There's some kind of survivalist cache here containing 2 hollow point bullets. The walls of the cave were absolutely covered with a rune commonly pronounced as Agon. Each one daubed on in a chalky red paint by what I sincerely hope were human fingers. Agon is associated with the color red. So this is not right. So this is SHM? Well, actually, I don't know. Red and Agon. Why did I think it was Shim? Oh, I think I found a Shim room somewhere. Which means that whoever has the Shim rune... we'll go ahead and put them both here. We're not sure. But if whoever has the Shim rune is allied with the god, so whoever has the Shim rune, that one or this one are in it together. Like those two are in it together, so it narrows it down. So I don't know who it is yet, but small handful of standard 9mm rounds. I feel hot and nauseous. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about those guys. I don't know if I can. I don't really feel like I can fight them. Hear me, O Nyx. Touch the heart of the one I love. Burn away his senses. With your fiery gaze and send him to me as a wild beast to tear my flesh apart so that I may lie nestled between your legs in death. Nyx is the god of love. Not sure who. Dear Meg, my teenager has been reading some very strange books lately and has suddenly announced an intention to paint their bedroom orange, describing it as the color of pain. Should I be concerned? Orange is the color of pain, which means here we got pain and orange. Hey, look. Found what remains of the person I sent to find. There's nothing I did to help them except get out of here and break the bad news. I don't really know what to do with those people. They just do their thing, right? Yeah, I lose sanity for that, but I'd rather not lose too much health, right? My sanity is doing okay at the moment. point to sanity loss there, I guess. It does not seem entirely. I've been a previous investigator. Turn to car. Yushig has no particular interest in our realm. It seems to consider us unworthy of any action, good or bad, insofar as we can understand the motivations of such a creature. I guess not invader. I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure that that means that, hold on. That is not Shim. I think. So this is Shim. Probably. And, oh, well, this has got to be Lust. Oops. Lust, so this is Nyx. And I don't know the name of the other one. Olding. The town is abandoned, and it's not hard to see why. The very air is thick with another lovely presence. Oh, let's heal up here. Alright. It's too late for the people of this town. There don't seem to be any left. The very air is thick with otherworldly power. The clouds spiral and churn towards the center of what can only be a big dimensional rift, deliberately opened and kept open. Not only the work of one of those idiotic cults that thinks hastening the coming of the shadow will in some way endear them to it. The rift here is nowhere near as big as the one that will bring the ancient, but it has been enough to all but destroy the town. Before I encounter the runes necessary to see the rift, I need to be next to it. I didn't expect finding its exact location to be much of an issue, considering that every corrupted cloud is pointing directly at it. It was impossible to miss. The tallest building in the skyline, ultra-modern office block. The symbolism of power made it an obvious focal point. Find a dimensional roof and seal away with an incantation. Can I loot the water cooler? Someone left their keyring here. Hopefully I can open all the doors now. The battle turned instantly upon the invocation of Cthursday-Cards. The enemy spat up blood. Some writhed in pain, some simply dropped. Their conditions only had one thing in common. They all died. Mass death. Whoa. It must be one of the seals holding the rift open. It can be dispelled by incanting the rune it depicts. Take share of that seal. Only thing left to do is close the rift. Mass death. I wonder if it kills me too. At least give me some loot if you're going to be doing that crap. There's a corpse here. They lie curled up, still clutching at themselves as if something was eating away at them from inside. I'm really low on bullets, actually. What kind of survival cache can that many hollow point bullets? Alright, we'll switch to hollow points then. Body of my feet. The body appears to be unharmed, but the face is contorted into silent scream. I don't know which way to go first. Okay, probably gotta go. 3 armor-piercing rounds. This is just a trap, a trick. Just a trick. Actually didn't see it very well. Okay. Most of the engraving was too weathered to read the full banishment mantra, but the second symbol was almost certainly the syllable U. Check the run. Basically, I feel like I have no choice but to take the sanity hit on those guys because I have no idea how to attack them. Closing this ring glows is placed with a deathly quiet, deserted ghost town. Still, ghosts are preferable to what resided here before I first arrived. Let's heal up. Restore sanity, but only temporarily. My sanity isn't terrible. Go to Saxel. Saxale. That's about half, right? There's fighting on the streets of Twino. They could use some hands-on assistance. Do it or don't, but if you don't, the town won't be safe for long. I was drawn by the sight of illuminated windows and discovered a petrol station isolated from the surrounding buildings. Through the glass in the front door, I can see any signs of life, but there may be supplies inside. Experimentally, I tried the doorknob and locked, but I found myself hesitating. I'm reluctant to explore the place when I saw the corpse on the hallway floor. The flesh was a ruin, as if multiple species had been picking it clean for days. Just as I was about to leave, however, I noticed a scrap of paper in the body's hands. It contained directions to Dinforth and details on some kind of secret operation. If this information is worth dying for, then it's certainly worth investigating. Let's see here. Where's Dinforth? Dang, it's way out. It's not like I can't get there in 10 hours, can I? I'm gonna keep going to Saxon. Clues go into your notebook, but sorting them is your responsibility. You may want to make use of the table to keep track of it. Ugh. Slave for the people of this town. Investigate further. Before I incant the runes necessary to seal the rift, I need to be next to it. With an incantation. What's the... Oh, tells me there's treasure in there. In the language of the ancients, the syllable BT is usually given as a name, but it's been variously written. Note the concepts of illness, infection, and deformity. Yeah, I already got that. Oh, well, I actually don't have it. ones. I know that one of these two is the invader. I'm, like, pretty sure. Like, pretty sure. Card dates back to at least 6000 BC and depicts Yushig defeating and casting out a figure labeled the God of Lust. It appears to have been intended as an insult to a rival's faith. So, Nyx might be the invader. Yushig is an enemy of Nyx. But the invader for now. Possible invader. This is the invader's enemy? Well, I feel like yes. Invader's ally, possible invader. We'll put it like that for now. Let their key ring here. Okay, the seal. Only thing left to do is close the rift itself. I feel like Yushig is not the invading god. Okay. And why is yellow here? That's what I wonder. Not the invader. Probably the invader's enemy. Oh. Many cultures have quaint association with colors. To the ancient Polynesians, red was regarded as a color of love. It was supposed to be the color you see at the very moment of orgasm. Yeah, we got that. So, I don't know, the god of lust is invading. I think. Pretty sure these two are enemies. I just need the other ones. In the case of a 4-rune incantation, the last rune denotes the recipient of the spell. In the banishment ritual, for example, it would be the rune of the creature being banished. Okay, hold on. God's rune. So it's going to be Agon or Shim, but probably Agon. Oops, wrong way. Oops. Wrong. What? Oh, it's just sending me the wrong direction. I see. Ugh. We have to do that? How long do we have to do that? With the rift closed, the endless ringing buzzing is placed as a quiet, deserted ghost town. Still, ghosts are preferable to what reside here. First right, turn the car. Get some illegal drugs going here. We're gonna try. Well, should I go back to Billsworth, then come here, and then come here? I know Billsworth is safe, at least for the moment. I'll lose time though. And I just need to heal. Let's go to Hursley. Let's see. I'm out of this. Supplies depleted. Enter town. Ugh. On the trail of protective wards, I've located what I believe to be the home of the artist. The entrance was absolutely plastered with seals, daubed in a mixture of bodily fluids. The place was deserted and everything useful had been taken. I pray the owners had merely found a safer home. Scraps of discarded journal indicate the source of the wards. An old book in an arcane language which has been hurriedly stored in a creaking private residence in the rich suburbs. Perhaps I could recover it before someone or something does so first. Poor devil, he used his last moments to paint a message on the floor with his own blood. Open only the box bearing the color of Nyx. Okay. Animosity is rooted in the suffering reportedly endured by a worshipper of Nyx while captured by the cult of Yshug. Yshug worshippers seem to tell the story the other way around. Yeah, I figured that one out. Jeez. Kick my butt, why don't you? Symbol Shim had many uses in the language of the ancients, most notably as the third symbol of a notorious dispel, purported to be powerful enough to banish a god. Alright. Come on, go, go, go. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that Nyx is the invader. I guess we try Fensport and hope that it's safe. Casting random runes might reveal new spells, but I wouldn't recommend unless you want your head turned inside out. Forced to stop as drive through a small hamlet, barricaded people, men, women. Use the pentagram necklace. In the presence of the shadow, I take out my pentagram necklace and hold it aloft as I advance, chanting generic words. Feel some weak presence retreat. The stricken people snap, leaking back into words. They are confused at what happened, but grateful and clubbed together. 36 pounds payment for my service. More interestingly, though, they also offer me a document that was left behind by a strange visitor. I may have been involved in their misfortune. BTU Agon. Do not think thyself invincible with the power to heal all wounds instantly. While the ancients will heal thy physical form, they will forever have a claim upon thy mind. It may not be worth the price. Well, hold on. BTU Agon. Alright. Keep going, I guess. Town is calm and peaceful, oblivious to the shadow. Visit the hospital. Refill med kit. Oh, maxed out. Yeah. Well. Alright, return the car. Med kit. Let's see what we got here. We lost another precious hour. Locksmith's kit. Somebody wanted a locksmith's kit. Lockpicking always succeeds. Cost 13. I guess we can take it. Feel like I don't really need to buy anything else. Let's heal up here. I lost an hour though. 2 hours. Monsters sighted. Hang on, let's see here. Spell. Bitte Shim God's Rune. So I'm pretty sure it's Agni, or I'm pretty sure it's Nyx. And I'm pretty sure Nyx's rune I said was Agon. 100% sure, but that would be my guess. Thought they can be Agon or Shim. It's like a 50-50 maybe. Set destination. Basically, probably gonna let Twin Hill go. How far is it? 63 miles. And it seems like, I mean, I don't know how fast you drive, but I'd probably make it in time. Let's go ahead and let's go for it. Let's go for Stonehenge. Been rolling my cyanide pill around my mouth all morning, wondering if I should bite it. Tastes like one of those chewable vitamins. Yeah, thanks for messing with my sanity, jerk. Shadow has a definite foothold in Goroboro, and it's going to make its move soon. If you have the time to sort this out, you won't go unrewarded. Received a text from Ministry of Occultism. Open. Trial of the Fallen to Shadow. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? I know a few things about it. In the center of Stonehenge, the ground has been torn up, and an eerily lit entrance leads to some kind of tunnel network. I don't know if it's unthinkably ancient or recently built, but either way, the shadow is not even trying to conceal it. This close to the deadline, it must feel assured of victory. This will either be the place where it will finally be vanquished, or a fitting tomb for myself. I must be sure that I have all the runes and the order they must be cast for the ritual, or at the very least, enough information to confidently guess. Actually, I just want to check it real quick. What do we got? So it's BTU Shim Agon is what we're going to go with. BTU Shim Agon. BTU Shim Agon. Locate the underground summoning chamber and cast the ritual banishment. I found a set of keys. These should make exploration easier. In the language of the ancients, the syllable Agon is usually given as a name. Yeah, I got that one. Agon, sex, Nyx. We got that. There's a corpse here. The damage to the body appears to have been made post-mortem. The actual cause of death appears to have been exhaustion. This is it. This is where the ancient will appear to lay our world to ruin. All I have to do is incant the correct banishment ritual in the abandoned god's room, and madness ends. Alright. So we're going with Agon, right? Pity you. Agon. Objective die. We shall not pass. I cast the banishment ritual. It did little more than rattle my brains. I need to close the place. The god is coming through. The preceding writings were found in an abandoned car near Stonehenge after the crisis period. Mysteriously ended last week. The vehicle was registered in the name of a noted scholar who had disappeared from his home a few days previously. The veracity of the text is uncertain. Several witnesses in town across the country have confirmed certain details. But contrary to the scholar's claims, no mysterious tunnel entrance has been found in or near Stonehenge. I categorically deny the accusation that I myself was in contact with the scholar during the crisis period and was... Dude, I wanted to finish reading that. I don't know if I did it or not. I guess I did. I guess I won. So was it Shim or was it... I'm not sure. So you can just go down there. If you have 3 runes, you can just like cast randomly which one it's going to be. I mean, I guess it's fine. Like I banished both of the gods who were trying to get into the world, right? You died? Question mark. First star added. Ending C. Make it quick. Ultimate sacrifice. Successfully banished the ancient with 38 hours remaining, but disappeared into the ancient's realm, now hopefully deceased. Discovered all 4 runes of the banishment ritual and only allowed a single town to fall to the shadow after beginning their mission. Tended to favor close combat, exterminating 52 enemy minions with melee attacks, learned 3 spells, and made use of one of them one time. And the end subject was a physically exhausted, mentally shattered, narcotics-riddled, jittery demon hunter. Not bad. Alright, so I won. Well, I beat the thing, I guess. Successfully banished the ancient. 38 hours remaining, but disappeared into the ancient's realm. Not entirely sure. Maybe you can get a spell to like protect yourself from that? I don't know. New character unlocked. Heck yeah. The Ministry Man. Well, this will teach me not to subcontract. The scholar has gone dark. He either died or lost his mind or suffered some other terrible consequence of not listening to me. I recovered the scholar's notes from his abandoned car. Most of them were covered in deranged scribble. But the important thing is he found the banishment ritual. Unfortunately, now I have only 24 hours to deduce what I'm supposed to banish when I reach Stonehenge. It's so dark. So now I play as a different character with less time? Interesting. That's pretty cool, actually. Nice and creepy. but it's got good atmosphere, good music, good writing. I feel like Yahtzee's always been a pretty good writer. I've read some of his books. Not bad. Well, I think that's going to probably do it for me tonight. Thanks everybody for coming out. I'll probably actually make this frequent play game on Cthulhu Thursday when I don't have anything else to play. But thanks everybody for coming by. Hope you had a good time. It's nice to see Thorwhack again. I haven't seen him in a long time. I get together with all my friends, but oh well. Anyway, have a good one. I'll see you next. Well, I'll see you tomorrow if you come by. But if for Cthulhu Thursday, I'll see you next week. Have a good one.